Today's video is going to share the unconventional way I like to wrap our Christmas gifts. This is a technique that saves money and looks so elegant. Hi everyone, Jennifer here and welcome back to the Daily Connoisseur. In today's video, I'm going to share the way that I like to wrap our Christmas presents. Not only our Christmas presents, but presents that we give all year round as well. So I have the frustration that I'm sure many of you have with finding wrapping paper. Wrapping paper is really expensive, and really thin rolls that honestly only last for a couple of presents are so expensive. My solution was always to go to Costco and just buy the bulk wrapping paper there, but I never fully loved the patterns or the colors. I just bought it because it was bulk. And then I ended up with all of this wrapping paper and all of the presents look the same. I just was never happy. I have a system that I've used for several years. I think I even did a video about this a long time ago, where I like to buy bulk craft paper. You can often find this as recycled paper, which is even better for the environment. So you just spend money on the one bulk roll of paper, which is really not that expensive at all, and it will last you for so long. I love getting creative with how I style each package. You could use ribbon, twine, you could use lace. Of course, you could decorate it with various things from the garden or your pantry, such as dried oranges, cinnamon sticks, lavender, rosemary, bay leaves. You could also buy little holiday sprigs in bulk from the craft store or even from Amazon. For people who worry that all of the presents are going to look really boring or it's going to look like a bunch of UPS packages under the Christmas tree, you can style your presents in beautiful and unique ways. Right now, let's jump into the gift wrapping so you can see everything that I'm talking about. Here are the supplies that I'm going to be using. This right here is a very large roll of craft paper, and it's just this brown paper, and as you can see, there's a lot of it here, and I'll put the dimensions on the screen here. All of this is linked in my Amazon gift wrapping store, which I will leave linked down below, so you can find not only these stamps that I'm using here and everything that I'm using, but a lot of other ideas as well. Now, it's so economical to wrap your presents this way. So this right here is very affordable when you realize how long it's going to last. And really all you have to do is buy that. It could last you years. I mean, you could wrap Christmas, birthday, any kind of gift with this paper as long as you decorate it beautifully pertaining to the season. And so then you have these little accessories. Now my game plan is to put the same stamp on each child's presents, which I think is a nice, cute little touch. So each child will have their own stamp on their paper. It will also be wrapped really nicely with various ribbons, and these are only some example, but I have some pretty twine. I have some plain twine as well, and I have these little pieces. You can get these in bulk on Amazon, and again, I have them linked in my store. But these little pieces add a decorative touch to the present. Of course, there are so many things you could use. You could use lace, you could use any type of holiday ribbon. There really are so many ways that you could do this. As for gift tags, I have some snowflake gift tags here, and you kind of punch out this snowflake like that, and then you can write their name on it. Or you can have sticker gift tags. And I believe these are upside down, the ones that I have here. But you can have these as well. There's just many ideas. And of course, these are the stamp pads for the stamps. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to wrap the children's presents. And really, the investment is only in the stamps, if you choose to use them, and the ribbon and any kind of decorative items. Of course, you could find decorative items around your yard as well. You could do sprigs of rosemary, sprigs of lavender. You could do cinnamon sticks, any type of thing that you'd like to use, dried oranges. There are so many options. So that would make it even more affordable. Okay, let's have a look here at some natural items that you could decorate your presents with. If you look outside, you can find a lot of inspiration. So I have some unconventional things here that I'm going to show you when I wrap my next present. So I do have some orange slices, and I have a very old video where I show you how this is a Christmas tradition for us. So it's so easy. And in fact, I even burnt these yesterday because mom life, but I think they still look good. So you just slice an orange thinly, you put it on parchment paper on a baking tray, and you put it in your oven for about 4 hours at 200 degrees. And you get a beautiful decoration. This makes a wonderful and affordable Christmas decoration for your tree. If you just tie some twine through it, you have to poke a little hole in it. We're going to use this for wrapping this year. I have that. I have some tiny pomegranates. Those are real. This is just a little rosebud that came from one of our rose bushes. We actually have a lot of these. And this would make a pretty decoration as well. I have some rosemary here and other various herbs, and they smell so good. So that's an added benefit of wrapping gifts with these. So I have some rosemary there, bay leaves here. And just so you know, I picked these yesterday and they still look good. So you don't have to worry about picking them and then them looking really bad by the time you give the gift. Although if you are going to do this, I would pick them closer to the time that you're giving the gift or dry them properly. So I have rosemary, I have some bay leaves here. What else do I have? I have some thyme. Thyme works really well in presents, and then lavender. Any garden herb is going to look really nice here, and the smell is so beautiful. So I'm going to demonstrate how I would wrap this present. This is actually going to be a birthday present for my mother. And so I'm not going to do it in a Christmas theme, but for this one, I'm just going to use some twine and some natural ingredients from the garden. And I will show you that right now. Okay, so I've already wrapped her main gift and these other small ones here in the Crafts brown wrapping paper. So I'm going to take some twine and take a suitable amount. And you do need a lot because I like to wrap it a few times. In order to economize, you could only wrap it around once, but I do like the look of a layered wrap. Now the nice thing about having this paper is that, you don't just have Christmas, you also have birthdays and other gifts that you need to give. And the trouble with buying bulk Christmas wrapping paper is that when it comes to birthdays and you think, oh no, now what I'm going to do, you can't wrap their present in Christmas paper. It just doesn't look good. So I like that you can tailor this to whatever holiday you're giving this for. Now I forgot to put cinnamon sticks on my little tray there for natural items you can use, and these are perfect. So I'm going to include a cinnamon stick in this one. I'm going to place the cinnamon stick right here and thread my dried orange through the twine. Okay, I'm actually going to wrap this around one more time. And that will give it somewhat of an anchor there. Then for this one, I'm going to take some rosemary, and you could just thread it through the twine here, and don't worry, you can tighten it all up. And it doesn't have to look perfect. I like how this looks here. And to just arrange it so that it is looking the most appealing it could possibly look. Now I tie a simple bow to secure this all. You could even do a double bow if that looks more attractive. And there is the gift. I think this is so beautiful. I love using natural items. That's my absolute favorite. So that's the most preferable thing, is the brown paper, some twine, and some natural items. Not only does this look so beautiful, but it smells amazing. The cinnamon stick, the orange, the bay leaf, and the rosemary. This is such a beautifully presented gift, I think, even though it looks rustic. And I think anybody would be glad to receive this. So I actually have some other components to her gift. And I think what I will do is just play around with ideas. So I could tuck this one underneath so that it looks like that. So for this present here, I just have some rosemary and a cinnamon stick. And I'm going to go ahead and put some twine around this as well. And for this one, I'm just going to tie the twine one way, not both ways. For this little tiny one right here, I think what I will do is add something unusual like the thyme and this rosebud here. Okay, so here are some examples of the different wrapping techniques that you can use. And I do like to use one stamp per child so it's easier to see which present is for who. So, you know, for example, this is the log cabin one, and I've mixed this one with some dried oranges, dried rosemary, and the faux holiday sprig. And then I just put another little gift tag here. This is an example of one with holiday ribbon. So I have the holiday ribbon here, the gift tag there, the dried orange tied into the ribbon, and then the little wreath stamp. I love the substantial stamps because they can just act as the decoration for the gift. You don't have to put ribbon and bows and things on everything. So this would be a good stocking stuffer present. And it's really pretty and festive. I love that wreath stamp. I think that's my favorite one. This is an example of just the stamp, the gift tag here, and some festive twine and a little sprig here. And for this one, this is that cute little playful one. That will be for my youngest son, and his gift has a really pretty holiday ribbon on it, and then we have the bay leaf here and the rosemary, and then a little name tag. So these are all the different ways that you can make your brown paper wrapping look festive. Something so festive about brown paper packages tied up with string. I hope that you enjoyed this video and it gave you lots of gift wrapping inspiration. Thanks so much for joining me today on The Daily Connoisseur, and I will see you in my next video.